Wendy Williams serves up 2 vegan sausages at the Comic-Con in New York City. And there are 2, well, maybe more than 2 new cast members on Roja. We have Eva Marcel and Nene Leakes' new roaches. And guess what? The juice is back. Stay tuned for more Black Hollywood Live's Reality Check.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Live Reality Check.
It's getting hot in here.
So what?
Is this what you said, Nelly? I want to take my clothes off.
Apparently
okay,
she
so
didn't.
listen. Welcome to Black Hollywood Live's Reality Check. I am your host, Ashley Gray. You can follow me everywhere at Ashley Gray TV. And DJ Jesse Jennedy is not here. He's somewhere taking his clothes off, honey, because it is hot outside. But join with me is a very special guest host. Hey, boo.
Hey, boo.
Now, where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at I am Walker R.
Now, speaking of Nelly, you know this was the joint back in the early 2000s, but this is all allegedly. I hate to bring a black man down, y'all, but allegedly Nelly is accused of second-degree rape. Now, Nelly did take to Twitter and say this is absolutely false. I am shooketh. Honey, shooketh. If anyone believes otherwise. And you know what? Especially with all of these different allegations going on right now and pertaining to like Harvey Weinstein or Weinstein, however you pronounce it, I don't want to automatically say I believe Nelly and I don't believe the girl who is accusing him, because I have not heard enough of the story. But I'm leaning, I don't know. What are you thinking right now? Is this true?
I don't know. And it's just crazy that because it happened, I think the concert was like it's in Washington State,
yes,
which, let's be real, it wasn't a sister.
I mean, oh.
Clutches
my pearl.
There's not that many up there.
Well, is that an allegation?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So, allegedly it was a Becky. But it happened allegedly at about 3-something, after 3 o'clock a.m. The person went to on the tour bus. What did you think was going to happen after 3 a.m. on a tour bus? Was you about to get some milk and cookies?
What do you think's going to happen on the tour bus, period, at 3 in the afternoon?
You know what? Let's not joke about, because if this really did happen, I'm going to take that laughter back. But if it didn't and this girl is just trying to get a coin or 2 or 3 or 4, Linda, listen.
That's the times we live in.
You better stop. You better stop. Yeah, that it is the times we lived in. But then again, you have situations like what happened with Harvey Weinstein, where all of these women are coming forward saying that they were victims of sexual abuse from him.
Well, what about Usher? Usher had that.
Let it burn. Bitch, he was out here burning people left and right. Psst, psst.
All those women with the lawyer and find out that, oh, wait, we didn't even do nothing.
Well, listen. He was still burning people, okay? He was still giving them herpes out for free, like it was Halloween.
Apparently,
trick or treat.
The men and the women.
Sips mate. Well, Lisa Bloom stepped down as the advisor to Harvey Weinstein. Am I saying his name right? Hashtag reality check. I don't know. But stepped down. You know that's like the lawyer or the representative for all the thoughts in Hollywood. Black China. We have Amber Rose. So she stepped down as his political advisor.
Probably Nelly's accuser.
Right. She was knocking on her door. I was waiting for you at the door.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about these roaches who were waiting on Nene Leakes at her door. So apparently, homegirl needs some raid. Okay.
Brielle, she was wrong for that.
Listen, I think that it is so messy, and Brielle is of age, because did you read Nene Leakes' clapback talking about P-U-S-S-Y, that you got a trashy P-U-S-S-Y.
And your mama,
and
your
your mama, do your
dirty
daddy, do your little sister, all y'all.
Oh.
I'm like, well, dang, Nene. But then people were like, this is too harsh. Like, maybe you could have used other said words. And Nene was like, no, she is of age. And if she wants to act like an adult, air quote, then I'm going to deliver my words in a way that an adult can handle.
But my question is, I thought Nene and Kim were cool.
I thought so, too.
So
I did.
So apparently ish goes down this season.
Is this all a publicity stunt? Probably, because, honey, not that I am familiar with roaches, but I saw the picture, and they didn't look like roaches.
I was like,
They look like flying ants.
Or water bugs.
Yeah, I don't think that they didn't look like the roaches I know, the ones who be walking around here in LA with stilettos on. Honey, because you know they're huge out here. Don't walk down Hollywood Boulevard because, honey, you going to have a roach catching the bus with you. Oh. They be out. They be out. Anyway, Nene, if you got roaches, honey, just get you some Raid. Get you some Raid. The Atlanta rent ain't that much. It's not. No. I'm just saying. Even if you're living in a mansion, what is it, $1,000 a month? Quit playing. So, honey, the juice is back. OJ, Chloe, I bet Chloe is so happy.
Especially with her baby. Her baby's gonna have her grandfather.
Right. You know who was trying to shoot they shot allegedly on Instagram?
Who?
Black China's mama, Tokyo, was trying to shoot their shot at OJ.
What?
Yes. Could you imagine? Too bad he only likes white women.
I'm gonna say she's no Becky.
Well, I can't say that because his first kids are black. So I guess when he got, I ain't dreams you a gold digger. But him, I guess that he just, once he got some coins, he decided to just.
But also, it's been a few years, so beggars can't be choosers.
But listen, that's the juice.
He's been locked up. They won't let him out for 9 years.
Listen, do you think that he did it? I was too young. I just went along with the crowd. I was. I think that I watched. And I, put my little crime investigator hat on and, looked at all the evidence. And I'm not saying that he did it, but I feel like he had something to do with it. I don't know. Allegedly. OJ, come on in here and give us some of that juice. Tell it, come on.
I don't want none. I like living.
Okay, so Wendell Williams and them two sausage.
Oh, God.
I didn't even call them sausage. Them is vegan hot dogs, honey. Did you see them thighs?
Wonder Woman.
Well, somebody told me that it was DragCon and she was dressed as well, I don't know. Y'all know I'm so shady. That was me who said it.
Now, in her defense, she loves Wonder Woman. That's like her favorite.
She
comment.
Looked great from the face to the neck. Well, she looked tired and stressed out, but that's a given, honey. We all have problems, honey. I'm dealing with a little glycolic acid rash right now. But listen, first of all, let me tell you about this Pixie Glow tonic that you can get. It's very... Honey, they got 5% glycolic acid in there, and it is not no joke. If you are allergic, don't even try to do it. I didn't know that I was allergic, and then I found out the hard way.
PSA.
Honey,
the more you know.
The more you know. So let's get back to these vegan hot dogs. I can't even call them sausages because they're too small.
Oh, they're long.
Why are they the same size from like hip to the toe? I feel like her toes are the same size.
I don't know what happened to Wendy. I missed the Wendy from the radio days that was a little bit more
chunky,
full body. I like to say, Now she's like, I don't know what's going on.
It's almost comical. It's like she's a comic book character.
Well, she fit in very well at Comic-Con. They said, "Girl, who you supposed to be?"
Oh my God! Did you see the Good American ad Khloe Kardashian put out with Slick Woods?
No.
If you have not seen it, let me give you a brief description. I'm going to try to. So basically, this was the second photo that I saw. The first one, Slick Woods and Khloe Kardashian were both standing. They looked very happy and sweet. The second picture, Slick Woods was kneeling below her waist, kind of to the side, and Khloe Kardashian had her hand in a fashion where it looks like she was petting a dog. Oh. Honey, not tasteful. What's going on, Slick Rick? What happened? Do you think that this was... I don't think that it was racist. I think that a lot of people use that word really quickly when it doesn't pertain to it.
I think that it was taken out of context.
I just think that it was tasteless, honey.
It was tasteless.
Just like years ago when LeBron was on the cover of, I believe, Sports Illustrated or ESPN, and he was like holding on to a white girl, and it kind of resembled like King Kong. And y'all better Google it because I didn't know. This is not being shady. This was like a real
Why
story.
You call him King Kong?
No, that's what everyone was saying it looked like. Can you listen, my friend, my engineer friend? Can you please pull that up and see if you just find like LeBron James, King Kong, white girl? I swear, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm making
Google
this up.
And if Google pops that up, ooh.
because it was like a really big story. It was just like that wasn't the intent, but it was just it wasn't tasteful. Speaking of things not being tasteful, did you see the recent Dove ad?
I did.
Honey, they got a huge reality check when they put that out, and they got so much backlash. What did you think about it?
I was a little confused at first. I
Me
was like,
too, honey.
because it didn't really make sense. You have this, this black lady who's pulling up her shirt, it looks like, and then or taking her shirt off, and then underneath was a white lady who was just like,
so happy.
I'm just like
where did that black girl go?
Like, what did Dove do?
I don't know. I was
Is Dove the new Bleach? Because then I know
shook it.
it's about to go. It's gonna be sold out everywhere. Because I know a lot of people who like to be bleaching. Okay.
Well,
and y'all say it's dermatologists.
Lil' Kim. Ooh. Well, look at what we have here on the screen. We have the image of what people...
Oh, that's not Kim.
But listen, I didn't make this up. This is just what people were saying.
The internet's too busy.
That
they don't have enough to do.
You know what? Me and I woke up that day feeling a little shady, and I was like, "Ooh, it showed, dude. Let me get to Twitter and tweet this out. It showed. Oh, look at and that's Vogue. I'm sorry, I thought it was like a sports. That's even worse. For it to be Vogue. Look at me.
Maybe it's his mouth open, tongue out.
Okay. Well, let's talk. Speaking of tongues being out, Little Richard says that he's not gay no more. He has been delivered. He has been delivered. He said he has found. He wants to live the life that God wants him to live. Now, do you think that it's because he's closer to death and
Child,
he feels
I thought he was already dead.
Tutti frutti. Oh, Rudy. I thought he was singing that with Jesus, honey. I did too.
When I saw that, I was like, he's still alive?
Oh, bless his heart.
I know.
Well, you know
Dementia.
what? Do whatever you need to do to be closer to them pearly gates.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel you need to do, Richard.
I let people live. If you want to lie to yourself, okay.
Speaking of lies, Little Mo and her husband, didn't nobody think that was going to work out, but they're going to be new cast members on Love and Hip Hop New York.
My heart just stopped. I was like, oh gosh.
Love and Hip Hop New York. You know what? It's getting a little stale to me. All these, like, come on now. Put out some music and then go on the show.
Or do like Cardi B. She went on the show. And look at her now.
But the difference is that Little Mo already had a career before this, and she was popping.
Unless if she does the Remy Ma. Remy, she got out of jail. She went on the New York one.
Right.
And then, did that year, kind of redid her image, and took it and was like, bye. And, her career just, So maybe.
We'll see what
Little Mo's no Remy Ma. That's for sure.
We'll see what happens. Even Marcel is definitely going to be as a part-time cast member on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Wow.
We all know that her fiance I believe he just won the candidacy for mayor of Atlanta. So congratulations to that. Maybe that's why she's part-time, because she's not a wife.
But also, if you just become mayor, why you want your wife on?
That's the
on
thing.
A show
I don't think that this is going to work out. But you know what? Atlanta's messy like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Maybe unless she's like the Kim Field of this season.
No, Eva Marcel is she's a firecracker. I'll say that.
Oh. Mm-hmm. You speaking from personal experience?
I am. Sure am. So I don't think she's a Kim Fields. I think that she would pop off in a heartbeat.
Well, maybe she'll be the new Kenya, since it seems like allegedly Kenya might be losing her peach.
What's tea? Is that peach spoiled?
Apparently, she didn't want to take her new purchase. I mean, her husband. She didn't want her husband on the show this season, and that producer's like, "Girl, you don't got no other storyline. So either we do these lies that you do every year with a man that you paid for, or nothing." Wow. And apparently they said, your service is no longer needed.
Well, that's the same thing they said to Portia, because they sent her home from Barcelona. But of course, Portia was on Dish Nation and said that is not true. She was not sent home. I left. No, honey, you didn't have any other choice. They said you need to go. And what you did was like, I'm going to leave. I'm not. Girl.
I'm so disappointed. I used to love Portia. I used to take... I'm gonna be like Tyra. Portia, I used to stand up for you. I used to be on Twitter fighting those little trolls.
What was so appealing to you about Portia?
I used to like Portia. And then, okay, you whooped Kenya's ass once, okay, I was here for that all day long. Still am on YouTube. But now it's like, girl.
Yeah.
Like, this is old, and especially after last season. Like, you up there crying. You know, the reunion. You know.
I was never a
Is it true?
It probably
Did
is,
you
girl.
lie to me?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, girl.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
You ain't watching, we don't. Like, you ain't been watching the same episodes every day? Y'all be tweeting, and then you gonna get on a reunion and act brand new.
Right.
What?
Shook you.
Girl.
Well, you know what had me shook? So, Kim and Kanye were spotted out, but they were not alone. Guess who they had with them?
Who?
Allegedly, their surrogate. She is African American.
Oh, so
Y'all know Kim want to be black, so she was like, I want a black woman to carry my fetus. So she is 27 years old, and apparently she is getting paid $75,000, which is not any coin.
No, I was
Nothing.
surprised by that.
75,000, maybe that's like for the first trimester, and then like I don't know how many they have, but I'm sure it's like, you know, more than one, probably 3. 4.
I mean, they could call Ashley.
Who?
They could have called you up.
No, I don't want that. No, Psych, who am I kidding? I totally would have took those coins, honey, for $5. Honey, I would have been living in a lap of luxury for 9 months, and then I would have fell and hurt myself and then pulled a Black China and got all of their coins. Okay.
We'd be visiting Ashley in Calabasas.
Yep, sure would. Hugh Hefner's wife got absolutely nothing. First, I would like to say rest in peace to Hugh Hefner. I was such a fan of The Girls Next Door. Loved that show.
I was a fan of the parties, of the Halloween parties.
Well, they actually sold the property years ago. But his current wife, in his death, did not get anything.
How long had they been married?
I'm not sure. You know, he's in and out of, well, he was in and out of vaginas like it was like a grocery store.
You know, you lived good while he was here.
And if she was smart, she would have been putting coins to the side. Like that new purse he got you. Honey, hide that and say, I can't find it. You know he probably had dementia. I don't know where it is, Hef. I got to go get another one. Yeah, do that every month.
He left all the money to the son.
Dang it. And he's not even cute. Cooper. Oh. Honey, you know I Google it. Oh, heck no. I don't want no Cooper.
No.
But Toni Braxton, it's rumored, allegedly, that her and Birdman eloped. Tamar Braxton spilled the beans, and she said that she secretly, or she feels as though Toni Braxton and Birdman did elope. Barf.
You know what? Everybody needs love.
Happy 50th birthday to her. She looks amazing, but I don't feel like this is a glow up for her. Birdman? Or maybe this has always been her type and she just
But you know what? I will say he seems to be devoted to her.
Of course you would. It's Toni Braxton.
Well, maybe that's what you...
It's how Nick Cannon felt when he first started dating Mariah Carey.
So if a Birdman came in and said, Ashley, I want to be your everything. I want to do everything for you. I want to treat you like a queen you are. You are my queen. You're going to be like, no.
Not with all those tattoos on your face, brother. I don't think so.
Not even got a little coin?
No. I don't think so. I can't do it. That's not my thing.
I can't do a face tattoo either. Sorry.
And he has like 18.
I can't do it.
Like, I just can't do it. So those are all of the stories that we have for you today, but we're going to jump right into Reality X, Reality Check. Now, recently I found out that as of today, actually, California no longer will charge people with a felony if they willingly and knowingly infect someone with HIV. It's now a misdemeanor. California is the homie. You know I ride for you, Cali, but this I cannot support. You are knowingly giving someone what could ultimately be a deadly disease, and you're only going to get 5 to 8 months in jail for that?
Yeah, I don't know. The only time I saw this story on Twitter yesterday, and because this weird old, predator, James Woods, the white actor, he had retweeted it and then put, oh yeah, also they can't give blood to the blood banks. And the way he said it, it made it seem like he assumes that every person with HIV is a homosexual because homosexuals cannot give blood to blood banks, which is absolutely ridiculous because, we had Vegas last week and they're pretty much begging people to like,
Right.
we need blood, but you know, there's still, that's a whole different story. But it's just like, I don't know. That's crazy.
I just think that they are more deserving of time. Like, you are ruining someone's life, and you know that. I can understand if both participants are willing. You know their status. You know each other's status, and then you are having mutual intercourse.
To purposely, I remember a story a couple years ago. Is a black man. Oh, why did I gotta be a black man?
Dang, always trying to bring a brother down on this show.
Even think
y'all
about
know
it.
we love y'all. Yeah.
But he gave it to like 19 women.
On purpose.
On purpose.
It's just not, you know what, I don't support it. I'm going to reality exit. Let us know what you think. Hashtag BHL reality check. Now, we already talked about Dove's racist ad. Let's talk about the Associated Press today tweeted something out saying that Colin Kaepernick in an interview did express that he would eventually stand for the national anthem if the NFL did hire him back as a player.
The haters were out. I just saw on Twitter, oh, what happened to his morals? They were eating that up.
Colin Kaepernick has never confirmed this. There was even a journalist who came out and tweeted something like, those were not like my words. Me and Colin Kaepernick have never discussed this. I don't know where this story originated from. So we just need to be easy. And I am not going to feel any kind of way until Colin Kaepernick openly says, this is my stance and why.
Now, are you going to feel away if he does say, okay, I'll go and stand for my job back?
I'm always going to listen to what they have to say and then make my decision based on that. And I don't know what he has to, like, his reasoning behind it, if this is true. Think about it this way. He has ignited something that will be long lasting. He has unified not only the black community, but just the community of love, and saying like, this is not right. Now we actually realize, like, look at these lyrics, listen to these words, like, should we be standing for something like this? And my only qualm about this whole kneeling for the national anthem during NFL games is that, what's the solution?
Yeah.
I totally understand the protest, but what is going to be the outcome?
Yeah.
And if there is no planned outcome, then what's the point of doing it? Are we going to kneel for the rest of our lives?
Yeah.
Like, what? You got to meet me in the middle.
And also, like I have been on his side. Like, I agree.
Yeah.
But then also, it's like, if he does decide to go back, and then it's kind of crazy because, like, I feel hypocritical, because then I'm like, oh, well, then this is just a job. Because if you're like, okay, well, I'll stand if I can go back and play, he wants to go back to work and make, you know, he needs to eat.
Right, but I think that he would also be very successful as a sports anchor. And as something like that, I don't think that his career is completely ruined.
Have you heard him speak?
Well, you know, why you always trying to bring the black man down?
I'm not. I'm just,
see, oh.
I'm just asking a question.
Oh. I feel that we all have a little ratchet in us, and I'm sure that he can pull it up for the camera. I'm sure that he can. I have never, like, sat down and actually, like, analyzed any kind of conversation or speech that he has given, but I think that he can get it together.
I think it's unfortunate. He's young. He's talented. He's probably in his prime as far as playing football goes.
Yeah, that's true.
He should be out there.
So Viola Davis is producing a new show on ABC called Black Don't Crack, and I am totally here for this. I'm interested, like the name Blackish that I was not really into when it first came out. I was like, Blackish, what the heck is this? I'm interested to know, like, what's the meaning behind Black Don't Crack? We know.
Oh, we know.
But is it going to be like a literal show? Like, I don't get it. Like, is it going to be like elderly people that are going to be the cast? Or is it going to be like Golden Girls, the black version?
I don't know. But I will say, I want to give a shout out of reality check to Blackish, because this week they had the most amazing episode, and I want to give a shout out to ABC for actually being behind them and producing an episode like that.
Dang it, I gotta watch it.
It was I was like shocked. I was like, it was so good, and it was just like, wow, they're actually like, I'm proud of the network of just like, okay, you know what? This is what you want to do. We're behind you. Go ahead and produce this and put that out.
Well, at this point, it's kind of like you have to, because you realize that this kind of television is actually watched by everyone. I think that a lot of networks didn't want to produce episodes or shows like this because they didn't think that it would have an audience. But the 90s is back, honey. You know, when we had all the black comics.
But even like this is based, like, if you haven't seen the episode.
I haven't. Tell us loosely.
It's a musical episode-ish Hamilton style about slavery.
That's
about Juneteenth, like when the day that slavery was abolished.
Okay.
And so like they're singing these songs that I'm just like, okay, and it's like, Master, I ain't working for you no more. I'm just like, okay.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta go watch the show because I'm like, wait, what?
Yes, you have to, if you haven't seen the Blackish episode from last week,
I'm
watch
going to
it.
check it out, definitely. So I'm going to reality check, of course, Blackish as well. And the new ABC comedy produced by Viola Davis, Tyrese versus The Rock. I am so sick of Tyrese going to Twitter and going to Instagram, coming for The Rock, knowing that if we was in the ring, you would not last 5 seconds, honey. Basically, Tyrese is upset that The Rock is deciding to put himself first and produce his own movie. And I think he's going to be starring in the movie as well. I don't have all the details. Please research that. But Tyrese is pretty much upset because Fast and Furious 28 is going to be pushed to now 2020.
Well, I thought, okay, that maybe that's a different. I heard a different story.
What?
Or his other issue. One of his issues were they wanted to make The Rock's character spin him off on his own movie.
Well, yeah.
And Tyrese was upset. That's like, yo, why can't my character
listen?
Like you were basically under 5 in all those films.
Yeah.
And now you think you deserve a spinoff. Who's gonna watch it?
Listen, The Rock also tweeted out publicly, well, of course it's public if it's on Twitter, but he basically went to say that this was the plan from day one, that I build up my character so that there would be a possibility of making the franchise potentially grow and yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, The Rock is putting himself first, and Tyrese is calling him selfish, and he's not there for the Fast family. And then Vin Diesel, who I thought was throwing some shade, but he wasn't. He posted a picture of him, Tyrese, and Paul Walker, and it was just like #brotherhood. And everyone was like, wait, what? But then he also did post a pic of himself and The Rock with like a dissertation talking about like family and love and how we all have to stick together.
I think it's smart. I think they need to go ahead, spin it off for The Rock, and let that be the new Fast. Because for me, once we lost Paul, like,
it's done. It should not even have been
I was
anything
surprised
else.
that there were so many movies,
Yeah.
after it. Like for me, that was like the heart of the franchise. Now he's gone. Like, we don't need any more.
The Rock is producing his own stuff. Tyrese, take note. Like, maybe you should do that. Give us another baby boy. Give us some music.
Best Man 2?
Anything. Like, why are you so pressed on The Rock? Like, it's making you look like I kind of lost. Well, it's not even kind of. I did lose so much respect because I'm like, he at it again. At it again with the complaints. Come on now, Tyrese, let it go.
Why are you trying to bring the black man down?
Listen. He brought that upon himself, Hunter. So McDonald's is developing a McVegan. Who's here for it?
Not me.
So, yes, it's being tested, not in the U.S. right now, but that's something that they are going to be, if it's successful, they are going to bring over to the States. And, yeah, we will have the option of having a vegan burger at McDonald's. Let me tell you this, honey.
I mean, it's not like we're eating real hamburger anyway.
Right. The bun ain't real. The pickles ain't real. The air ain't real. Ain't nothing real about it. Honey, I'd be shocked if I found out that the person giving me my food was real. It's going to be robots soon. None of it is real. It's all fake. Let me tell you something, though. A manager was recently caught selling Coke. And I ain't talking about give me a small with light ice Coke. I'm talking about that white cocaine, okay? Through the window. He knew his clientele, so they didn't have to give a secret code. They would just come right through the drive-thru.
Oh.
He would see them, put it in the bag, and go. Sold over $10,000 worth of cocaine.
Now, I don't do drugs, so I don't know how much that is. But that seems like a low number to me.
I mean, I don't either. I know. But still, I'm just looking at the money. $10,000 is a lot. Because I'm sure you can't put a lot in the bag. Or... No, I don't know. Research it, y'all. Google, shoot.
I was gonna say you dope heads. tweet us, but no offense. Maybe not.
Oh my god. No. Listen, so Hocus Pocus is a go. If it's not the original cast, I don't want it. And speaking, it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. You know that movie, right?
Yeah, but it's been so many years, and
come little children,
they're not gonna need any makeup because some of their faces look.
I know, but you know what? I just feel like it's such a classic that it's kind of like Clueless. Like Clueless is a cult classic. We know.
So we need a Clueless 2?
No, I'm saying if they did do a Clueless 2, I would want it to be the original characters.
Even Stacey Dash?
We don't. Who? You can throw Gabrielle Union in there quick, and it'd be like an easy replacement. So there's that.
You know what? I think if Stacey actually had a job, she would. You know what? She was not this crazy when she was on. What's that little?
Yes, she was.
That BT show she used to have?
Yes, she was, because Dame Dash told me. Dame Dash is her cousin.
Said she was always crazy.
Always, and that things at family functions or Thanksgiving dinner, she would always say off the wall stuff at the table. So she was always crazy. She kept it
under wraps when she was on a VH1 show.
Because she had to appeal to the black audience because white people didn't want her.
Oh. They still don't.
So, Sex and the City 3 is not happening because the character Samantha, is saying absolutely not. Everyone else is on board. Look, I am a huge fan of the franchise, and I was really disappointed that Samantha did not want to do it, especially because Sarah Jessica Parker, who is they all are equally important to the cast, so I can't even say that. But everyone was on board. It wouldn't be the same without the Samantha.
But, I was surprised by the amount of execs on Twitter saying I would recast.
No. Did you see the little Carrie diaries that they had on, I don't know what network it was because it was such a snooze fest,
It was on CW.
Honey, it should have been on ZZ. Snooze. I said they tried it. They really did try it. It was so horrible. That's all of the topics that I have for you. Do you have a reality extra check that you want to throw in there?
I think we covered everything.
Didn't we? Except for Trump, who's always a reality X in my eyes.
Baby.
Honey, did you see him throwing paper towels into the crowd at Puerto... And then did you see his recent interview where he was mocking a Puerto Rican accent? He was like, Puerto Rico. You know what? At this point, it is so embarrassing. And it is... it's always been embarrassing, the fact that he was even a candidate. But at this point, I feel like even Republicans need to be like, we need him to step down.
Well, I blame the Bernie people.
On that note, because y'all know I'm a die-hard Bernie Sanders fan. And, I will fight for that old man. And I mean throw blows. Because I know he's going to come and bail me out of jail. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? We're not even going to get into that because this is not a political show. Where can everyone find you on Twitter?
Find me on Twitter. I am Walker R.
And you can find me everywhere at Ashley Gray TV. We will see you next week. Where's our outro?
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.